so this is my office. Normally it's pretty junky. And right now it's extra junky. It was even worse this morning. I couldn't even really walk right here or walk to here without climbing over boxes. Like when we repainted Braden's room, we moved, like that was kind of holding some junk, and so we all got moved into here and into the guest bedroom, and it just filled this up. And I have other stuff. So like this big large format printer I had bought as a package deal for really cheap, because it came with this printer, two other large format printers, and another smaller large format printer under there. And so it's 4 printers in total, and I got it for like $1,200. Well, this one large format printer is worth more than all of those. So I was really just buying it for that one printer. And I mean, they all kind of work, but if you look in here, all the ink is all clogged. I mean, especially the yellow clog's really, really hard. I don't know why. Probably a lot of titanium dioxide in there, in the ink. But it all clogs pretty hard. But yeah, so I need to find a new home for these printers at the dump. So, but yeah, I have other printers. I was trying to set up a printing business, but other things happened and that didn't work out. I can still do it. I still have the equipment, but yeah. So I need to. Well, if you come over here, yeah, this area right here was inaccessible by humans. I mean, literally, it just, you couldn't get here. But now today, I need to get down here. I have two switches. One's a 10 gigabit backbone switch, and the other one's just a gigabit 24 port gigabit switch with 4 10 gigabit uplinks. So I'm just going to use the gigabit switch, get rid of the backbone switch, and clean all this up, because I mean, it's just a mess here. So the one I am keeping, I do have got all the filters and buffers and everything that's in there, so everything's good to go. I just need to put in good ink in there and see what happens. Well, the idea is to get to my desk. This morning I changed out the light switch, and being me, I like to live dangerously, you know, it's my middle name. I didn't turn off the power to the room, and I just was changing out the light switch one wire at a time, and usually I'm pretty good with that. But something happened, I don't know what. And I guess when I touched the screwdriver to something, I was holding onto the screwdriver, and I was also touching the shell of the other switch, which already had a ground attached to it. So when I did that, it connected the circuit, and I'm, you know, for a second or so, and then they're like, okay, let me go turn off the power now. But yeah, when you change out a light switch, turn off the power. It's probably best, but whatever. It's just 120. It ain't gonna. I don't know. I've been shocked by it many times, so I'm not too worried about it. It's a good jolt. It'll wake you up. But now my lights work. So I have to. That printer weighs at least 200 pounds, because the small one over there weighs 160, and so this is definitely over 200 pounds. There's some solid metal rods in here. I had some other projects I was working on this table, and I probably had 20 computers up here at one point doing stuff, and but now I have like just a few left that I'm working on. And yeah, I need to get all this cable picked up, all the fiber. I don't think I'm gonna run any more fiber right now, or use it. It just, I don't know. I'd rather just a copper connection. I don't know. I might run fiber. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me get started. Oh, it's on here. Well, if I can see my cursor. Yeah. So this is my backbone switch. It's a Unify US 16XG, so 16 port, 10 gigabit. Yeah, so this is a SFP plus cable, so it's capable of doing 10 gigabit per second, and this was just linking my two switches together. I had them, I had the switches, what you call it, I forget the term now. I haven't used it in a while, but yeah, I had two of these, so I had 20 gigabit per second between the two switches, which is nice. Now, since I disabled my backbone switch, some of my access points went offline. I like the UniFi stuff. It has a good price point for what it does, and especially being something that you can manage this easily. I really like it, and it shows like a lot of stuff. Shows dashboard, what's going on, all your devices that are connected. Shows you network topology, all the devices, at least all the UniFi devices, clients that are connected. Which is really low right now. Radios, all the channels that are being used. So when I used the UniFi brand gateway, there was a lot more settings in here that I can set up, like the routing and VPN and all the security stuff. But I'm not using their gateway anymore. I'm just using a Linux server for my gateway. To where I can really configure it the way I want, but that's not working out too well. I'm about to set up another server with, what's the name of it? I forget the name of it, but one of these other router softwares that you can install, because I need to run voice over IP phones, and that requires like a one-to-one NAT. That you can't do with Linux, unless if I really get into like kernel hacking and all that with IP chains. It just, I'm able to do it easily with the other one's based on FreeBSD. The name of it kind of escapes me right now because I haven't been working with that kind of stuff in over a year. So I need to get into all this again. But yeah, I like my little network. Let me try to get all these devices back up and running. Yeah, so I figured out which fiber was actually connected to there's another switch in the hallway that connects my other access points because they're power over Ethernet. Yeah, so you can see on the front it's all 10 gigabit stuff. So for the one switch I'm gonna use, I have this wall mount thing that I'll be able to mount it like this and then mount the switch across. It's just a 19-inch rack mount thing that I'll be able to use and get set up. So I need to go find some anchors and all my stuff to where I can mount it on that wall, and then I'll be able to clean up all the wires and mess and everything. Okay, let's go. And I don't like to drill, but I do like to, what I use is an awl. And I bought this, I probably was like 17 or 18 when I bought this. But they don't make them like this anymore. They have the metal goes all the way through, so you can actually bang on it with a hammer if you need to. I wish they still made stuff like this, you know. But tool quality kind of went down in the past 20 years or so. Everything's all this, you always hear about planned obsolescence, and that's kind of what tools are now. Everything's being battery powered. Dang, this sheetrock's hard. A bit more, there we go. Okay, put it on my, I'm just barely tapping them in. You don't have to tap hard. Okay. That's one. enough to hold everything. Okay. That's pretty solid. This is a 2U, so there's places for 2 switches or 2 to 19-inch rack mount devices in here. Stuff set up. Use my little shelf here. Be a lot neater. It's off the floor, not collecting dust. And see if I can get it in here. And I like this Makita screwdriver. It I have what you call it, cuboid tunnel syndrome. It's kind of like carpal tunnel syndrome, but on different it's on different fingers, and instead of being pinched in, instead of pinching in your wrist, it's a pinch in your elbow. And so yeah, so this screwdriver helps out a lot. Oh, there we go. And it's torque limiting, so it stops at like, I think the lowest is like 2 inch-pounds or something. Let me go ahead and screw it. Oh, hold on. This is too much. What do I have this set on? No, we'll go here. There we go. Get a nice little click. And this used to be my movie theater room at one point in life. Right here. Okay. Well, at least now that's solid. Okay, let's move my fiber around this printer and this other cable so it goes around. There we go. Get everything linked back up. This is going to my router. So on my router I have a 10 gigabit port on there. Come up. And I don't know why this switch came with that massive cable. That's insane. Just a 24 port. It's not PoE or anything. Let's see if I could clean up some of these wires and stuff. I need to close this up too. I think I took this off whenever. Let me find some screws or something and attack it in here with this long screw. All this. Oops. Okay. Good, now that hole's closed. I can finish vacuuming up here and so now I'm just kind of moving stuff around to where I can get this printer out easily once I'm able to have some help to move it, because it weighs, I mean, it took two of us to get up here and we were both straining. and I got the small one up, the 24-inch, up by myself, but I wasn't able to lift it onto the stand. So that was insane how much those things weigh. It's nuts. 10 gigabit switch. It was part of a beta test with Unify, and I got it for like, it was like right around $200 or so. And some of my friends, like I work in IT world, you know, and some of my co-workers and friends, they were like, oh wow, that's a hell of a deal. So when they went to buy it, it wasn't available as beta test anymore. It was available as the purchase price was like 600 something bucks. They're mad. They're like, oh, you need to sell me yours for no, that's mine. But I'll probably connect it again once I get back into what I like doing and just kind of testing server configurations and stuff like that. I have another switch over there. It's made by Qantas, at LB4, and I swapped out the mezzanine cord. I put in one that had SFP plus ports in it instead of that weird like InfiniBand thing that they got. So so once I get that thing turned up and programmed the way I want, then I'll probably get this thing installed again.
Excavator, I'll break the door. It's not coming out to break the door. Ready?
Yeah.
This stuck. That excavator is stuck.
It's stuck. Hey, can you wait till I finish putting this in the box?
Mm-hmm. It's really stuck. I broke the door. I broke it.
Okay. This was my parents' camera when I was growing up. It's a Pentax ME, and this is the original lens that came with it. And I have just some other stuff that I bought. This is this a Jupiter 9, and I actually opened this thing up. I took out every single part in here, relubed it, cleaned everything, and this thing is buttery smooth, and it's a 90mm lens, and it's buttery smooth. I love it, but it doesn't work well with the digital cameras. And this is what is this? Something 11. And I think, did I open this one up? Yeah, I opened this one up. I could tell because when I fixed these, before I fixed these were like just crudded up and just didn't they didn't what you call it? They just didn't operate very well. They were kind of stiff. This one I got at a good price. This was before all the Russian lenses became very popular. And this is a Helios something. What is this? It's been on there for ages. Like a Helios 40. It's a 1.5 f1.5 85mm lens. There's a slight scratch on it, but when I use it on a digital camera, I don't even notice it. I'd never really played with this one too much, but this feels like it's just jammed right now. Nope, that's that. Oh, there we go. Focusing, and so I think I paid like right at $200 and something for it. And the last I looked on eBay, it was like worth 600 something bucks for this one lens. I don't think the other lenses are worth much. And I have a whole box full of lenses somewhere here too. I like the old Russian lenses because there's no coatings on them, or at least there's very little coatings on them. And so they give this effect that you don't find anywhere else, like on newer lenses. And then like when I pair them up, I have a Fuji X1 Pro, camera, and when I pair up the rangefinder style lenses, because they copied Leica to like almost perfect, and so I get the same effect as the old Leica lenses on my new camera. So, or when it was new camera, but it's so awesome using these old lenses. But I bought a whole bunch of them. I was planning on kind of tearing them apart, cleaning them up, re-lubing them, and yeah. There you go. Just stick that there for now. Look, I can see it. No, I can't. Shit. Get this up. You know, it's been over a year since I've sat here. Because, like, when did I move out of this? It was last summer. No, not last summer. It was summer of 2021, when I moved out of this room because the air conditioner upstairs broke down. And I have a portable unit that I was able to purchase because work from home stuff, and that just wasn't helping this room. And so I moved to one of our guest bedrooms, and yeah, and I haven't been back here since. At least sitting at this desk. It's nice. I could do here. I could open my window, and I'm gonna get my coffee station set up again, so I can have good coffee. Like, I got my lights working, air conditioning's working now. Fence right above me, so it'll stay cool all summer long here. I just need to move some of this stuff out the way, but at least now I have room to walk, room to get here. I need to run another cable, Ethernet cable from my computer. I don't want wireless set up over here, so I want everything in this room to be wired, especially if I'm making calls or something, like, because I use Google Voice and other voice over IP. I have my red phone over there. It's a voice over IP phone, and yeah, I like doing that. I don't like using cell phones or like home phone service. Home phone service is just outdated. Yeah, so this will work for now. Let me get my computer set up in here. Get another cable run to the switch. This is my first badge when I started working at Google. Look how skinny I was. I took that picture. I might have been like, I don't know, 155 pounds or so, 165, 100, maybe 160. And the week I started there was the first week that they started serving lunch at my location. And so when I started working there, like, before I was running every day. There was a park nearby, and I was running every day where I was living at. But once I moved here to the Atlanta area, I didn't have a park nearby, and the treadmill at my apartment complex was always broken. There was always a fuse missing. I don't know why somebody would go in there and steal the fuse. So no running, and then they feed me every day for lunch, and it's like within a couple months I was up to like 185 over there. So, okay, let me finish cleaning up my desk, and I need to get that vent cover back on. Yeah. When setting up a print shop, you need lights that can render the colors of what you're looking at very well, and you need a lot of it. And it needs to be indirect lighting and also direct lighting. So I can turn these lights to go directly onto, like, shine on a printer or on the table where I'm cutting something. And the lights are made by UG LED, UG lights or something like that. So it has a CRI of like 98. So instead of using a blue emitter like most LED lights that you have nowadays, it uses a purple emitter. And so instead of having a little bump like in the red spectrum, that bump is gone. It's almost a perfectly flat spectrum. So whenever you look at something, the color that you see is really like the color you would see in the daylight. So that's why I have all this lighting. It lights up the entire room. So that's fine. Okay, on my left leg, like under my foot and everything. So after I had the stroke, I couldn't pick up my foot like that. So when you walk, you're picking up your toes as you kick your leg forward. So this actually sprung my foot up, so it would make it a little bit more normal for me to walk, because I couldn't do it at the time. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that, but so this is the Battery Daddy, and I like it, except for the backside, because it holds double A's, but they don't stay put sometimes. But I keep all my batteries in here, all my rechargeables. Double A's are on this side, and then I have like rechargeable D and C cells, and then all of my other alkaline batteries I put here. My AAA rechargeables I put here, and it has a battery tester. But I get these at Dollar Tree, and then I have some that just came in various electronics. This is a lithium battery. It's 3.6 volts. I probably shouldn't have it in there because it'll get mixed up. But you get these kind of batteries and stuff you buy, and I don't know. I like these cheap ones from China, you know. But yeah. But check this out. Braden probably moved it. These right here, this Energizer Accu rechargeable, I actually bought in 2001 for like a cardless phone. They actually still hold a charge. This is 23 years later, and these things still hold a charge, which is amazing. You know, but they don't hold that much of a charge, so I don't use them really. I just have them there for nostalgia. So this is a box full of spindle hard drives, and probably maybe a couple S's. No, this is a old C8 hybrid. What's this? 1 terabyte. I have a few of these 1 terabyte Western Digital Reds. I bought them like on clearance. They were like $50 a piece, but I have some 6 terabytes. What's this? This is this is 6 terabyte, manufactured in December 2013, so it's 11 years old. I think I have some stuff that's still sealed, but this looks still sealed. 3 terabyte Western Digital Red, still sealed. I have a file server that uses these. I think I have an 8 terabyte in here somewhere. This is the Hitachi Ultrastar 500 gigs. When did I get that? That's an odd one. C8. No, it says it. This is Hitachi. I don't know. But yeah, I have like some 8 terabyte drives in here too somewhere. And, what's this? Still the 8. No, this is still the 6. I don't know. I have a bunch of different types of drives and another Western Red. I'll probably back up some stuff, but yeah, this is how I keep my hard drives so that they don't get bumped around too much, and because every time you move them, you risk damaging it. So I try to move my hard drives as little as possible, and I keep them in this box. And if I drop the box, I drop all of them.